Hey, howdy, folks. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know it's been forever, it seems, since I posted a video. But don't worry, I'm still alive and kicking. It's Old Man Smith here. Diablo 4 Season 13 playthrough. And we've obviously made some progress over this time. We've got our war plans.
Where do we strike?
I think I kind of explained it in the last video that I posted about Diablo. Um, so you start off usually with two options, and then as you progress through this, you'll start unlocking more, and you'll get a total of 5 that you can select. There'll be like a bunch of them, and there'll be a pathway, as you can kind of see. Like, you start here, and then you can choose this one or this one. And usually, when they start offering better rewards, that's probably the path you want to go, but not always. If you've got a certain thing you want to do, like run in the pits, you may want to try to get as many pit options as you can, and that way you fill this up just as fast. And then as you do that, over here on the right hand side is where we start to like customize what we want to happen in these events. So right now on Nightmare Dungeons, I pick the first one, which is Goblin Fall, and that allows our treasure goblins to have a small chance to drop a Nightmare Sigil. And then I can go and I can pick here if I want. So kill 20 elites across the Nightmare Dungeons to reveal Horadric Altar. Activating it results in one of the following options. Or outcomes, I'm sorry. It's not an option. Or I could pick, one of these. So this one here is going to let us get an extra chest at the end. And then this one here, the bosses have a chance to revive. So you'll basically just more XP or even more drops. So we kill the boss and then he respawns. And then all of a sudden, bloop, we get double the rewards that way. So you can kind of do one or the other. If you're struggling with killing the bosses, you probably just want to go this one. But we're going to try this one out. And then I also have a Helltide point available. So we can do, if you're out in the Helltide and you click Shrine, it says slain enemies grant double the progress on your threat level. So this, in your Helltide, you're going to have like this threat level as you're killing the enemies, and then all of a sudden that gives a chance for a Hellborn to be spawned. So this will just make our Hellborns pop out a little faster. Or we can pick a Hellworm, which usually they always pop up, but then what will happen is now when this pops up, one of these 3 things could happen. And, oh, sorry, just in case you're listening and not reading. So if a Hellworm pops up, you can either get a chance at a Chaos Rift, you can get Maggots, which give you more experience, or you got Bloodseekers, which drop more Ancestral. So you got that option. And then our other option is Demonic Rats will frequently attack you in Helltide. So let's do this one because that chance at Ancestral is always good. Because ancestral items are pretty much like besides unique ancestral uniques, ancestrals in general. Plus the fact of if there's items that you don't want, but you want to break them down because there's a resource that you can only get from ancestral when you're going to upgrade your gear. All right, now that we picked all that stuff and got all that good stuff out of the way and stuff. One of the here we go. Yeah, so we go to the Undercity, and unfortunately I don't have any keys to put in here, and luckily they're just optional, but they do allow certain what do they call them? Banes, and then some of them might be like, okay, right now we don't have a time penalty, so we'll start at 150 seconds, but depending on the rarity of the XP you put in here, the tribute, that will depend on your starting time, what rewards are going to be dropped, things of that nature. So unfortunately, I don't. Wait a minute. I think I got some in my stash. Let me go see. That would be better. Maybe I don't. I was hoping I did. Well, never mind. I thought I had some in here. Alrighty. Well, now you've seen all that stuff I've been picking up. Okay. Sorry. So we'll just kind of run one of these. They're pretty simple, especially at this when we have nothing to put in. So it's kind of like you run around killing enemies, and then there'll be like certain pillars. So I'll show you on this little mini map here. So these are these little spots where you do this, and then you gain your attunement. And then these over here are to increase your time. So if you're running low on time, you want to go after these. The more rarity of your tribute you put in, since your time drops. So over up here, it'll say like you might start at 45 seconds on like a mythic, and so you want to hurry up and try to hit these and increase your time and get through this. And one of the things I've always said is it's better to run the whole thing. If you're running out of time, try to get to the end. Don't worry about filling up your meter, because if you don't fill up your meter, you fail the entire run, and then you just wasted everything. So it's better to just get to the end if you can, because once you get to the boss, time stops. So you can kind of like go in there and just fight the boss, get whatever you can out of it. So don't feel bad if you don't get your attunement ranking all the way up to 4. It's better to finish a run. But usually, if you start out small and you're leveling up your character and you're doing all the things and getting better gear and all that, it's pretty much down to the point that you should be able to finish at least legendaries. Now mythics, you might want to take somebody with you just to make sure you get through it faster. But anyway, so you can see our little mercenary guy lets us see all the enemies on here. And we'll just run around. Like I said, this is such a low level one, it's going to be real easy. So there we got a little extra time. And killing these guys give you attunement, as you can see a little attunement level right there. The first time you go in to get the rank attunement 1 is always, you see it's like pretty good gap in there. Oh, I didn't do these down here. Well, we got plenty of time anyway. So you'll go up to your beacon, and then you'll have some like elites spawn out, kill them all, and then boop, there you go. And then you get your achievement. As you can see, you gained a little bit more. And you got it over here. Pretty simple, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, as they say. But nothing too horrendous. And then you see like this circle that is kind of a protection. I guess you want to call it a protection barrier. When you start off, you notice that our timer has stopped. Once we go out of this circle, it'll pick up. So a good option is to look at your mini map, see how you want to run it. Obviously, this one's going to be pretty standard because we're just going to go bloop 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 all the way to the end. But sometimes, like in the last one that we had, where it's more of an open space, you kind of want to plot and plan how you want to get through the run before you get there. I don't even know why. Normally I just do playthroughs. I don't know why I'm telling you guys what to do. Oh, and this is an option that happens in little portals. It's supposed to help with loot at the end. So they say. And if you're in a thing like this where you've got plenty of time, you can clear the whole thing. That's XP, obviously. Oh, portal down here. Dang it. Did I get it? I don't know if I got it or not. I didn't see it pop up. I was too busy looking at the mini-map in another direction. Oh, there's a goblin. There you go. So, the pranksters. Oh, and a portal. So those pranksters should help us with like a little bit extra treasures at the end. And I'll tell you what though, folks, this season has definitely been real interesting with the whole rework of the gear and the skills and everything, and the classes are just all a little bit different now. They really did some good improvements. Last season, season 12, was a little mid. I guess they want to say mid. It had some good aspects to it. You had the bloodied items, but overall, it just seemed like it was just a filler. Wasn't really meant to do anything special. Just something, I guess, something that they just wanted to try out. We're almost at 4. Won't take much. There we go, we're at 4. So now we can either do more stuff or we can just get to the end. Once you've reached your main objective, you can just head on to the end, you know. Obviously, you could either sit here and kill more guys. Like I said, that's XP. Where is the end? Shouldn't it be over here? Oh, there it is. Took a second to pop up. Normally it shows me, so I didn't see it. So yeah, now we're at the boss level. So our timer has stopped, so you're good. You don't have to worry about that.
You have strength. I wonder I was created.
Now I'm also on like penitent level, so it's actually a little easier to kill these guys too. Whoa, what's that kind of rubber banding? Alrighty, well, we did that one. Hey, I'm not even doing it. What's going on? Why are we having issues there? Okay, so basically here's the other thing. So our next objective on our war plan is to do a Helltide. So you can just hit this button if you don't need to go back to town. You can just hit this button. It'll teleport you to the nearest Helltide in this instance. So here we are. Oh, it looks like I've got whispers. Yeah, so I could go get my whispers real quick, because we'll also get whispers for doing the events down here. Let's do that real quick. So we'll go get our whispers.
It is done.
We'll go chaos on this one. And that usually just means it's a random, just different pieces of gear. Oh, we got a glyph. There we go, for our Paragon board. And right now, the event going on is the Whisper event. So you'll get an extra, what they call a gift of the tree. So now we got an extra bunch of stuff. A lot of probably useless stuff, but it's materials or gold, whichever you want. Oh, and I got a mite. Alright. I needed that anyway. And let's see if any of it's worth keeping. Pretty much I probably won't keep any of it, because once I unlock the torment level 1, we'll get even better gear. So for the most part, we'll just break all that down. And this is our Paragon board. And kind of just started filling it. I still have 115 points available, but I got all 5 of the ones I needed unlocked. I still got to get down here and unlock the glyph for that, unlock the glyph for that. So we're slowly getting there. I got 1 glyph in there. And so once we do the Helltide, I think my next objective is my... oh no, I got a pit down here, so I got to do that. Then I got to do a nightmare dungeon. Then I can do the pit. So let's go get all that taken care of then. Because in the pit is where we level up our glyphs. And we need our glyphs to be big and strong. Alright, so there's the maiden. This will be pretty simple and easy. Oh, why is it not showing it? There we go. So Helltide Harvest. We just got to open 1 tortured gift. And once you get the torment 2, then that's when you'll have to open 2 in a run. As far as I've ran into before. Obviously this isn't my first character. I did it. I thought I right-clicked it. There we go. You know, it's a new option too, is they got these little dotted paths now, little GPS. So if you are struggling to see the mini-map... Oh, here we go. There we go, guys. I'll help you out. There we go. Joined it at the right time. Only got 2 cinders out of all that? Well, that's just not fair. Oh, we're getting ready to start again. I think I got... Oh, sorry guys, I don't have any hearts with me. There's some cinders. I know you're probably saying to yourself, oh man, why don't you pick up all that stuff? Not even gonna worry about it. My shouts also help the other players around me too, so. Got a rare seal. We'll take that. That's part of our talisman. There we go. We got some cinders out of that. Oh, got another set charm. And on this level, from normal all the way to penitent, which is the level that we're on, your chest, the chests that you open are only going to cost 75 cinders. So don't worry too much. But when you get into where you have to open 2 chests, when you get into torment level, the chests all become like these have question marks on them. If you can kind of see that they're just random. But when you get into penitent, and they're going to be like specific. You might have one that's for weapons, one for armor, or whatever it might be. And then there's also the big chest, which costs 250 cinders. So usually you want to try to go for that because that's got maybe some of the better items in it. Oh, I got enough now. Let's go ahead and open this up. Just, excuse me. Just so we're just going to speed through it here, but let's see what we get out of it. See, nothing that good. But you never know, because there's that little thing they call RNG, and you might get a legendary out of there. You just might. Oh. So let's get through that one, and now we gotta go do a nightmare dungeon. I do want to see what set charms we got. Session's Fury. Well, I'm running what they call Bull Kathos Pride, which works with my ancients that I have. So notice I got this little ghostly guy running around with me. So he's an extra partner in crime. But they have all different options depending on what you want to do. Like I say, it does seem like they've given a lot of love to the barbarian this season. A lot of people are playing barbarians. I know there's a lot of people trying out the warlock as well, something new. I haven't done that yet. I still need to do that so I can see what all the hubbubs is. But our next thing was a nightmare dungeon, and looky there, that's got Grim Favors. So if it has that little symbol on there, oh, I'm not gonna have time. Grim Favors for so many seconds. Boo. That's okay. I'll let it switch over. Maybe it'll. Nope, didn't go to any of them. All right. Well then, we'll just pick that one. Oh, goody, a dungeon I haven't done before. So if it has that little chest-looking symbol next to it, loot chest, then that means we haven't done that dungeon yet. Oh, great, you got Stormbane's Wrath on me. We don't have to worry too much. This should be. Now, a lot of times you'll want to try to get rid of everything in the dungeon because they'll drop what they call Obdicite, but it's probably not dropping right now because I'm not in. Oh, I did see it. Never mind, it is dropping. I guess I'm just picking it up faster than I can see it. But Obdicite's what you're going to use when you start masterworking your gear. And Sapphire. Usually pick up the gems and the runes, but a lot of the gear I don't worry too much about. I mean, you can do stuff inside the Herodric cube that will, you know, let you use up all that so-called useless stuff. So you always say, oh, curse shrine. Here we go. Right, with a Stormbane's Wrath. I mean, he probably. Yeah, he don't even hurt. But it sends out a blast. And if you're low level and not properly geared, it'll hurt you. You gotta stay here until the job's done. Which all we had to do was 5 waves. We're already up to 8. Unfortunately, you gotta wait for the timer to run out. Now, there is one event that we do with Subo. Or no, it's not Subo. What event is that? There's an event like once we complete it and fill it up. Oh, it might be just the cursed chest I'm thinking of. But anyway, once you fill it up, it's like the timer runs out and you're done. And I'm like, that's how they need to do these events. Like, if you complete whatever it is you need to complete, just in the timer. I know some people are like, yeah, but that's extra XP. I'm like, yeah, but if you're trying to run a nightmare dungeon to complete it, and then that slows you down because now you're tied to an event. I mean, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can kick it off and then just leave, but yeah, the whole idea was to
manage to capture one of the abominations.
The whole idea is to do it so you can get through the dungeon as quickly as possible. At least that's some people. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that has to just hurry up and get stuff done. I don't mind taking my time to do things. And then you'll see that you'll have the materials for the Herodric cube. So you definitely want to make sure you're collecting those too. If you're like to dabble in that Herodric cube. I see you, boss. Oh, I guess I gotta go all the way around. there's my key that I need. Oop. Yeah, I definitely need to move on to the higher level things. This stuff's a little too easy. Don't need any witnesses. What I'm gonna do to the boss. Guess he didn't respawn.
Not sure you even needed me.
Nah, I didn't, but thanks for coming along. Alright, now we get to go run our pit to unlock Torment 1. So I have to do a tier 10 in the, I'll open that later. So we got to do a tier 10 to unlock Torment level. Obviously, on another character, I've gotten up pretty high. But every time you do a new character, you have to do this. So you got to get to 70, level 70, and then you got to do tier 10, Torment 1, to unlock the Torment levels. And this will be kind of a test, because if you can walk through here and do Torment 1... Oh, right in my face already. Okay. Yeah, this'll be easy. Just gotta fill up that meter. This one, it's kind of like Undercity, but we want to try to kill as many as we can. And then the rank of the monster will determine your time speed up on your meter there. So, little what they call trash mobs, these little guys don't do as much. But once you start getting into your blues and yellow enemies, you'll gain it a little bit faster. Like this guy here. See that it went up a little bit faster there if you were watching. If not, you're just gonna have to trust me. And then what they've done this time around is your pits will have up to 5 areas. So that was area 1. Now we're in area 2. And you just go until you fill up the meter. Then the boss will spawn. But you can keep going. Keep going through the thing till you reach the last area, area 5, and there's one option in the pit from your war plans where you can pick up these ingredients throughout the runs, and they drop in. Each ingredient drops in certain types of areas. And then you collect these. You have to have 5 of each of these materials, and there'll be an altar inside here, and you place them in there and something happens. But I've never been able to get all 5 of each material. He should be spawning here in a second. Looks like I took a dead end. Probably spawn right up in here where these guys. Yep, there he is. So there we go. We've unlocked our thing, and then they put this bubble here to kind of protect you from any effects that might happen, like that, or some explosion or whatever it might be. So, like I say, we can keep going. You can see the enemies on the mini map, but we're just doing this to unlock. Ooh, another glyph. And most of that I don't need. So this is the part you really need to pay attention. Don't leave until you do this to upgrade your glyphs. So I've got one that I'm already working on. And I got Brawl. And then I've got Might. And then I've got Mortal Draw. And I didn't put them in my Paragon board yet. So we've got, let's see, where am I gonna, so on the first board, I don't have the glyph that I need. I think the only glyphs that I need for what I'm doing is going to be my might and my challenger right now. So I've got my challenger in where I need it. I think I need might on this one, but I haven't unlocked everything yet. So let's go ahead and put our points in there to unlock our glyph. So let's see, let's look at our, whoop, zoomed in quick. So to get there, just come up from here, I guess. Yeah. Oh, damage while berserking. There we go. Yeah, we need that one. I usually try to get the blues that you need because they give you extra stiff. So let's go ahead and get all of my blues there. And what, intelligent? Oh, strength. Strength. Okay. And then I said I'm going to put might. Yeah, might in there. There we go. So that's going to give us, once we get it, like down there it says required rank 10 out of 40. So once we get 40 strength, our additional bonus will kick in, which gives us 8% increased damage while wielding a two-handed weapon. And we usually, barbarians usually do that quite a bit, unless you're going to do like a frenzy or there's another ability where you use your two-handed, oh, double swing, I think was the other one. Alright, so now we got that in there, so at least we got that in there. So now we can level up. You'll notice that they've got the red around them, which means they're the equipped runes. And up here you also have a success chance, so it may fail on us. Oh, well, looky there, it failed on us. I usually just try to keep them close together as far as leveling up, and then once we get to 50, then it'll become legendary. But our radius will increase at 25. So once you get to 25, your radius is like this red area will increase out a little bit more. So you, anything within this will be affected. So any strengths around this, that's what applies to that bonus. So as it says, we got 10. So these two strengths are in there, and then we've got here and got some up here, one there. So as you can see, that one just went up to 15. Alright, enough dilly-dallying. Let's get back there and
Let's go.
crank up the difficulty. And we also finished our board, so now we get to talk to Tyrael. And then he drops a bunch of stuff over here for us. Probably all useless stuff, because we're going to be going up in level. And then we'll go up here, and now we get to select our next thing. So we start off with the pit, which is fine, because we're going to be leveling up our glyphs. And then we could either do Helltide, or we could do the Nightmare Dungeon, which gives us a large amount of gold knolls. So we do that, and then we got Helltide. And let's do the pit. Now, if you don't like what this is, there's an option to re-roll it, and it'll change all this around again. And we got whispers over here.
It is done.
Collection of talismans. Maybe we'll get something good out of that. Now let's go turn up our difficulty. That'll be over here. The main major city hubs will have, looks like a little wheel or cog or whatever it might be. So now we got Torment 1 unlocked. In order to get to this, you have to do pits equivalent to the Torment level you're trying to unlock. Here we go. And then what that does now is it unlocks lair bosses, and so on your mini map here you're going to see these things now, and that's a lair boss. And then it'll tell you like what it will drop, or a chance to drop, but it also tells you what it requires. So it requires a greater layer key. So you're going to have regular layer bosses, and then, if I can find them, like there, you have a regular layer boss, Field of Judgment, and so we've got plenty of the regular layer keys, but you have to defeat these guys to get the greater key to defeat these guys. Pretty standard, pretty simple. That's pretty much what I've been up to for the last week or so. I think it's been probably a couple weeks since I've posted a video, and sometimes that happens. You start getting into a game and liking it and everything. Let's see, I'll probably hold off now that I'm in torment. I'll probably get some way better gear, so I'll just get rid of all that.
To break another's work.
I know it was. But how you folks been doing out there? Sorry, I meant to ask that in the beginning, and if I did, I forgot I did. But appreciate you all out there. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having an awesome day, and catch you in the next one.